Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm MrsKevOnStage, and today we're going to do another get ready with me. I'm going to a meeting today with my husband, and so I just want to do something simple, something glam. I mean simple. We're going to go with simple. So let's get started. All right, first things first, as always, we're going to start with prepping the skin. Today I'm going to be using my Fenty primer. I am really on this kick of like starting and finishing something, so I'm going to be using this until it is done. We're just going to use 2 small pumps of that. We're going to move into eyebrows. I'm using the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, and this is a clear color, and I'm just going to use this to brush my brow hairs up like so, and that just makes it easier for me to fill in my brows, and they look fuller and more fluffy, or fluffier. Yep, they look fluffier, so I don't have to add a lot of product. Then I'm going to take the Benefit Precisely My Brow in the color 5 and fill my brows in. All right, now that brows are on and done, we're going to move into eyeshadow. I'm going to just use one palette today. I'm going to be using the Morphe 350 palette, and it's all matte shades. This is what it looks like. It's very simple, kind of clean, and that's what we're going to be using. So we're going to go in with the fluffy blending brush first. I'm going to be using the Morphe M504 brush. I'm going to set down that concealer and then add a transition, all using the same brush. So I'm just going to grab a bone color that kind of has a brownish undertone or tan. I'm just going to use that to set my brows and slightly highlight them. So I'm going to use this top row 5th color over. I'm going to use that to set the concealer underneath my brows. And then I'm going to take a orange shade, this shade here, and we're going to use that as my all over wash of color transition color. I'm dropping stuff again. I love to have a nice warm crease, and especially since I'm doing a very neutral look today, I want to use this as my first transition color because oranges always transition well into browns. So we're going to use the same brush, and we're just going to use a medium brown here. Same brush, and we're going to place that right below that orange shade. And if you lift your head just a little bit, chin out, you can start to really carve out your eye socket. And I'm going to use a few different browns to really build up the dimension in my eye and cause this look to go from like super neutral to like, oh, she did a little bit of something. And I'm also really building up that brown. It's a very soft brown. It's very, soft brown. So it'll just help to carve out my eye socket. All right, so we're going to go in with a smaller blending brush. I'm going to use the Morphe M535 brush, and we're going to take a deeper brown. We're going to go into the brown right below it. This is more of a neutral brown. The other brown had more of a warm undertone. This is a little bit more neutral. And I'm just going to focus this color right on the outer V of my eye, and I'm going to go in about 1/3. And this is the same technique I use whenever I'm doing my smoky eyes, but this won't be quite as smoky. Go back in with my orange color and just lightly graze the top. You're done working out? I said you're done working out?
Why's your door closed? Oh, you're making video?
Yeah.
You didn't get my text then.
About?
I'll read it to you. Then I'm the VP of Social Strategy at the MGM Resorts here in Las Vegas. I'm looking for a host for an online video shoot for a Facebook program, Roll the Dice. We'd love to chat with you about hosting a segment. If you're interested, please let me know. I'll set up a call.
Well, did you email her back to set up the call?
I'm about to. Meg, baby.
I babysat what you call it yesterday. What was you?
I was shooting.
Alright, eyes are done. All I did was carve out my lid. I used the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the color Chestnut, and then I just took a bone color shadow, this color right here, and a little bit of this. I didn't want it to be too orangey and warm since I kind of have cool tones on, and this turned out a little bit more purpley than I wanted on my lid. So very nice, very clean, very simple, kind of what I was going for. So now we're going to move on to skin. I love glowy skin. I'm sure you know that by now. So I'm going to take a little bit of this Farsali 24 karat gold infused beauty oil, and I'm just going to apply a small, this is very oily, so I'm just going to apply a small amount onto my hands and my lips, and I just want to hit the high points of my face. So for foundation, we are going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. It's a soft matte foundation, and this is in the color 440. You want to shake this up really well because it does settle. And I'm just going to put 2 pumps on my palette, and then I'm going to take my skunk brush and spray it with my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. And I'm just going to lightly dip, kind of twirl my brush, make sure all the bristles are evenly coated. And I also just kind of pat this around in a circle so that way it doesn't get too drenched, because I always want my natural skin to come through. I don't want this to be a very heavy, cakey makeup look. And so it's better to start with a little bit of product and build up than to cake on a whole bunch of product. And I'm just gonna take this and swirl it into my skin and buff it in. And this is how you get breathable skin that looks glowy, that looks healthy, and it still looks like your skin. I'd never in a million years thought I'd be able to use like dewy skin foundation or like oils or skin mist or anything, just because my skin was so oily. But honestly, since it's balanced out, it's been my favorite thing because I've always liked dewy skin. All right, so now we're gonna go into concealer. So I'm gonna go in with the same concealer that we used to carve out my brows. To carve out my lid space. And we're just gonna place this on the high points of our cheeks, down the bridge of our nose, down through our chin, onto our forehead area. And I'm also going to contour. I don't always contour, but when I do, it's very, very light. And I'm using the Earth 7, I forget who this is. I think it's Imani. Yeah, this looks like an Imani. So with this step, I still use my beauty blender to blend out my concealer. And that nice sheen that I have is what I'm looking for. All right, and then just one time all over the face. Make sure everything's blended, and also because the beauty blender is wet, it's gonna take off any excess product, again, making everything look like skin. If this glow is too much for you, don't follow this routine. But this is how I love skin to look, just a very nice, healthy sheen. It looks like you've been minding your business. It looks like you've had 8 hours of sleep. It looks like you drink your 8 glasses of water. It looks like you have an 850 credit score. So we're gonna set that. We're gonna use the Born This Way. Ooh. We're gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder in translucent medium. I usually add a secondary concealer under my eyes just for extra coverage under my eyes, and actually extra brightening is more what I'm looking for. But I'm not gonna do that today. And we're gonna go right under the eyes, make sure that's set really nice and well. Forehead, Cupid's bow, chin. And if you want, you can just pounce this into your skin. Use a really light layer. And then we're gonna take our Ben Nye powder in the color Clay, and we're gonna add that everywhere else. Now that we look completely matte, we're gonna wipe some of this powder away. We're just gonna use a big fluffy powder brush and our Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. I think this is the color Deep. Oh, actually it says 6. Healthy skin looks glowy. Healthy skin does not look like that matte. So trying to find that balance was always hard for me. Okay, so now we've wiped most of that away, that powder. Quickly, we're gonna set our contour with the Black Radiance Press Powder and angled blush brush from e.l.f. And we're just gonna go right over just to add a little bit of shadow. You don't want your contour to have color. You just want it to look like a shadow. Sonia Kashuk blush brush, and we're gonna use the MAC Raisin blush. This is a very soft.
Hey, babe, how close are you to being done?
I'm almost done.
All right, because we gotta leave about 15 minutes to be on time.
That's fine. I'm gonna take the MAC blush in Raisin. This is matte, but I also want it to be soft, so this is what I want to use. And we're just gonna lightly apply this to the apples of our cheeks. I love this brush because it complements brown skin so well. Then we're gonna add some highlight to get our skin popping again. So we're gonna take the Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector in the color Topaz. We're gonna take our beauty blender and spray it. This again is damp. We're gonna spray it with some skin mist. We're gonna pounce our beauty blender into the product. Make sure you tap off any excess and then lightly apply this to the high points of your cheeks. And you're gonna pounce it in really, really good. And I can see it, bam. And that's all you want. You don't want to use too much, and you want to make sure that you pounce it into your skin really, really well. And that's what's going to give you the glow from within that doesn't look like glitter, that doesn't look like product. It just looks like you have an 850 credit score and life is great. 850 glow. All right, we're gonna finish off the eyes. I always do this when I'm feeling good about a look. This is the Wet n Wild eyeliner in the color Black. We're just gonna, this isn't what I wanna use actually. I wanna use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the color Demolition. And we're gonna add this to our lower waterline. And I'm just using a pencil brush. This one is from Sigma. To line our top waterline, we're going to use the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner in the color Cause I'm Black. I did one wing much better than the other. Expected. Everything can't go as planned, you know? we're going to finish off the eyes. We're going to add a little bit of mascara and lashes off camera. I'll come back and finish the lip. Lashes are on. These are the Lily lashes from Miami. We're going to put a little bit of the Cover FX Dewy Finishing Spray on. It's a very light mist, just to lock my foundation, add a little bit more of a glow. And we're gonna add a light lip.
We gotta go, babe.
As you heard Kevin say, we have to go. So, bye y'all. See you in the next video when I film it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I kind of put this lash on wrong, but what's new? I always do that. Yeah, I did. I always do that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.